So, you manifested your SP back. Now what? You would think that the journey stops now, right? You got it. You got the man, you got the woman, you got your person back. It doesn't stop though. The journey doesn't stop. The process doesn't stop because you have to remember manifestation doesn't stop ever. As long as you are living, breathing on this planet, you are manifesting. Manifesting is not something you learn. Manifesting is something that you do. It's your inherent nature. It's not your second nature. It's literally your nature, just like breathing. We are always manifesting. Okay. Now we are just consciously manifesting. And that, just like any other skill, takes some practice sometimes, but not practice as in, oh, am I able to manifest? But it's more of a practice of, am I able to persist no matter what? Because if there's one thing you got to do, if you want to manifest something, is you have to persist. You have to persist no matter what you see or don't see. Like we already established, your self-concept is not something that you need to work on in order to get the specific desire that you want, right? So just like I was, manifesting my SP, I didn't work on my self-concept. I got him back. All right, great. Now, if I didn't start to work on my self-concept once I got him back, I'm not sure if we would still be together now. Because the thing is, when you manifest your SP back, but you don't work on the concepts, the assumptions, the insecurities that you dealt with prior to the breakup, then chances are that your old self-concept, your old insecurities are going to creep up again and cause arguments that are just going to cause either another breakup, another huge fight. It's going to eventually end up in a breakup or a long break again or whatever, something unfavorable. So the real effort, or the effort part 2, really starts when your SP comes back into your life, when you guys are back together. Now it's time to maintain it. Now it's time to make sure that, the arguments don't repeat themselves, that your assumptions don't repeat themselves about your SP, about their behavior or about your behavior. Patterns need to change in order for the relationship to change. When my boyfriend and I got back together and we moved back in together here in Germany, we had a period where we fought a lot. We had a lot of arguments. And those arguments were also a result of my thoughts always expecting, for something to basically go wrong. And not in the sense of, oh, he's going to break up with me again, but in the sense of, like this is too good to be true almost. And I hate that saying. So I had a lot of reprogramming to do after we got back together. I was the type of person who would, when we started a fight or when we were fighting before, I would hold a grudge for days and I wouldn't speak to him for like 2 days. I remember I used to, give him the silent treatment. I remember I used to be, really petty. And so, like I said, the breakup was originally my fault. And so once we got back together, it took a lot of effort to change my behavior, to restructure my patterns, my thinking patterns, my emotional patterns, my behavioral patterns. It took a lot of effort. Am I perfect now? No, nobody is perfect. But am I where I was? Hell no. I put a lot of conscious effort into dropping that old version of myself, my old self concept, my assumptions about myself, my assumptions about him, our relationship, love in general, men in general. I had to put a lot of effort into dropping those unfavorable assumptions that I used to live by. So even today, if we have an argument around something, I still have that old self concept that wants to creep out, that wants to be petty, or that wants to hold a grudge. And I have to make a conscious effort to realize that it's the old self concept wanting to come out. And instead of reacting from my old self concept, I make a conscious decision to respond in the moment as the version of myself who is in a healthy, loving relationship. So that's why it's so, so, so important that you realize and that you know that it's not about being perfect. It's just about knowing and being aware of what you would like to do and what you should do. If that what you'd like to do is what you should do, then by all means. But if what you would like to do is not what you should do, then take a moment. Take a moment, take a deep breath, interrupt that neural circuit, that automatic circuit that's responsible for all your reactions, and break the pattern. Break the circuit. How do you break patterns? By choosing differently. Now, something that really helped me break my patterns was nervous system regulation. I know it's so boring. I know it sounds so boring now. I used to be the person that whenever I would hear somebody talk about meditation or breath work or just generally nervous system regulation, I would be the one that would shut down. Like I would stop listening, I would roll my eyes, or I would keep scrolling. Like it just did not interest me. But then I tried it. I started with EFT tapping and breath work. Now, the thing about breath work, the thing about nervous system regulation in general, but especially breath work, is that it increases a brain derived neurotrophic factor. Please stay with me. Please stay with me. I know I hate when I get technical, but I have to. That neurotrophic factor is a protein that stimulates growth of neurons and promotes growth of neurons and connections between those neurons, which you are creating by repeating certain thoughts. And most importantly, at least when it comes to manifesting, most importantly, it aids neuroplasticity. And we love neuroplasticity because neuroplasticity is the reason we are able to rewire our brain, the reason we're able to rewrite unfavorable thoughts, unfavorable beliefs, and the reason we're able to learn new skills, new anything. We love neuroplasticity. So yeah, like it's all linked together. Nervous system regulation, breath work, and manifesting, reprogramming your mind is all linked together. You have to also remember that your nervous system is programmed by not just by your thoughts, but by your experiences. And when I say experiences, I don't mean just your experiences outside of you in the 3D, but your experiences up in here. Because when you think about something over and over again, you're experiencing it, you're feeling it in your body. Just think about how many times you thought of something happy or sad or about food or about something that excites you. You feel it in your body. Your body is experiencing it because your mind does not know the difference between reality, outside reality, and in here reality because there are no reality checks up in here. So there's no barrier. Use nervous system regulation to reprogram your mind, to reprogram your body, to help yourself adapt to your new narrative, to your new self-concept. Because again, you don't need to work on your self-concept to get whatever desire it is that you want. But in order to maintain the desire that you manifested successfully, it helps. It helps to work on your self-concept. Now, I will never tell you, you need to do this, you need to do this or that in order to manifest or in order to maintain your desires. You don't need to do you don't need to do anything. You just need to decide. You just need to assume. But nowadays, in our world today, a lot of people, have ADHD, have anxiety, have a stressful life. So it's not easy to just assume something or just to decide something. We need a lot of repetition, right? And that's okay. That's why we have all these tools. So one last thing, um, people have asked me, like, when you manifest your S feedback, like, is it like, can you stop affirming? You stop affirming for them and everything. And a lot of other coaches will also tell you, like, if you knew you are already with them, or if you knew it's already yours, you wouldn't have to affirm. That is such bull. That is such bull. First of all, stop telling people what to do. Like, if people want to affirm, let them affirm. The thing is, now we are together. My boyfriend and I are together. We're in a healthy, loving relationship. That's an affirmation. The thing that I'm telling you right now, what I'm explaining to you, that's an affirmation. Every night and every morning, when I go to bed and when I wake up and I speak to God and I state my gratitude, I thank God for my healthy relationship with my boyfriend. That is an affirmation. So I am still affirming my gratitude for our relationship. I'm affirming my gratitude for my health, for my family, for my pets, for my friends, for my grandma. I'm affirming gratitude. I'm stating my gratitude for all the things in my life that I have, had, and will have. Those are all affirmations. Remember, affirmations are thoughts, and your thoughts can be visual, verbal, and in text format, I guess. Like you could say like that, textual text format. I don't know. You know what I mean. So don't overthink it. Think for yourself. Use logic to your advantage. If a coach or anybody online or anybody in your life is making you feel like you are not in control of your life, of your reality, it's okay to acknowledge what they said, but it doesn't have to resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's as simple as that. So work on your self-concept, restructure your patterns, regulate your nervous system, and keep affirming. Keep affirming for whatever it is that you want and or have. Now, if you made it so far into the video, I have a little secret. You are one of the first ones to know. One of my next videos that I will be posting soon is going to be something I want to say it. I want to say it, but I want to make it, but I also want to keep it a surprise, but I also want to say it, but okay. It's going to be something that at least I have not seen in the community yet. And I think that it's going to be something that's completely going to help you see a whole new perspective on manifesting, SP especially, and bring you some hard evidence, hardcore proof that all of this, what we're talking about, is real. So again, if you made it so far into the video, comment this so I know that you made it so far. And I hope you're as excited as I am, because I'm so excited. Soon, probably next week, sometime next week. Okay? And remember, you got this.